Hi, this is Anya Devine here, and this is step 3 of this painting of flowers. That's Margot there. You can half see her. She does have a face. There she is, looking out at the rain. So there's another two steps to this if you've only just tuned into this one. And I'm still kind of looking at it myself as I'm talking to you. It's quite helpful to see it on the screen. And I think I'm less inclined to paint the life out of something if I can see the whole thing on a smaller scale. So that's why it's quite good to stand back regularly, or to take photos on your phone if you want to be able to see it as though you're standing at a good distance away. As you can tell, I've been using my hands mostly to paint this. I do have a 2-inch brush as well, and some kitchen paper to apply the paint. It's all acrylic and some ink, and then this collage here. And I'm keeping the momentum up. I think just because the subject is flowers, I'm you know, inspired because they're lovely. Colours are lovely, shapes are lovely. And my friend Veronica gave me this vase, which I also really like, jug. And also there's a little bit of a kind of a, you can probably feel that there's a bit of a slow pace, you know. So it's good for me to get moving. It's good for me to get moving. This slow thing has been a bit dragging at times, you know. Okay, so now, and I'm working in the kitchen, so we'll have a couple of visitors occasionally probably. That's Lily coming downstairs. Erin's studying next door for her exams. I'm just telling them that you're studying. Could you hear that? Jeez, you've got good ears. No, I thought I'd put on a touch of collage there. Just, I was looking, when I had the break there, I was looking through the collage box and I found that, and I thought, you know, it reminded me a little bit of those flowers there. And then I was reminded too that it's good not to linger for too long over small stuff, but I wondered about putting a bit of orange origami paper in there for the orange rose. Here, that's alright, it's not going to make or break it, is it? Let's just fix the microphone back on. But I'm aware that this could be fierce boring because of my kind of slightly slow carry on, you know. But at least I think this feels speedy. Okay. Yeah. So the white rose there could have something. Yeah, I thought about sticking that tissue paper on there. Let's see what that looks like when it's up. Yeah. You can come in here. Never know when the camera's going to appear in this house. I think I need to make that a bit darker to explain the cast shadow of the flowers on the wall. Or not. Actually, I'm not going to do that. Right, what am I going to do? Alright, look, I'll just... It's funny, isn't it? I'm not sure about where to go next. And I certainly don't want to do too much for some reason. Well, it's good not to do too much, isn't it? Right, where did I have that? I had a really nice, there it is. I was going to use this stencil to explain the brighter bits of the stock there. But you know what I did? I ended up lifting off the purple that I had on there. So I need to make it a little bit darker again now. Before the stencil, you see, like that one, before the stencil will work, because I was going to do the lights with the stencil. You know, so there's something that's quite dark, and now I'll use the brush. So in 5 rhythms terms, anyone who's into the 5 rhythms dancing, I'd say this is more staccato than flow. This painting, it's gonna stop start. but I'm getting there. Alright, so I'm going to put some titanium white out and some of the magenta, which looks like this. Magenta and white. And then I think I'll get away with the ultramarine blue. I used cerulean blue earlier to make the lighter purple, but I think I'll get away with this. The ultramarine blue there, magenta, and then a touch of white, because what I'm aiming for is the lightest colours on the stencil on top of the darker purple. I mean, I'm calling it purple, it's vaguely purple. It's very dirty really, isn't it, that area? I could probably make a bit more of an effort there now to well, it's alright actually. Yeah, it's okay, because I want to stencil on something. I want the stencils on paint to have an effect too, so it's no harm for it to be especially dark underneath. Let's see if this will work now. So I put that there. I'm just going to stipple it on. See what that looks like. That's kind of nice, isn't it? That gives me a feeling of stocks. And I could put some here too. That one isn't so bright back there. Okay. And I think there's something now about, yeah, that rose could do with being a touch lighter as well, couldn't it? It's a whole different colour altogether now, so I'm going to use the cadmium red for that one, with a bit of that in it. And I may as well, now I'm trigger happy with the stencils, I won't be doing anything only stenciling. Rose. Will I try the rose stencil? Right. That's fine. And there's a touch maybe here too. Vaguely. Okay. Now, yeah, I reckon something there and something there, like that really needs to be, something like, you know, darker, more brooding colour up there, and actually even darker than that really, more ultramarine blue probably. Great sound effects, or not. Okay. Oh yeah, that dark flower, I was going to put the darks over it, wasn't I, with the stencil too. See, once I started the stencils. But it's great having them. It's great having them. Right, what was I going to do? Maybe this colour that I've been using for the top flower. I could see if that would work there. That's kind of rosish. No. Yeah, so now that I've put on some of that dark flower up there, I'm going to put some water on this piece of kitchen paper and shape the edges of it a little bit, because it's a freesia and it's got a nice quality of it's nice curvature and some little triangles of background space in between the petals. Just checking the time there, I'm doing 15-minute videos of this one. And maybe just down this edge too. There we are, that's fine. And then here is where the white rose is going to be located. No idea how I'm going to represent that. Maybe with a bit of the white paint, would I? Just smear that on in the first instance. I don't know if it's really that bright, but I don't care. And I've used the white as well to describe the wall between the leaves down here. And even just to describe the jug a little bit more clearly there. There's a little triangle above the handle between the jug and the leaves of background wall there. I mean, I could use more, but I don't want to get too trigger happy with all the in-between shapes either. Just here and there, I think it helps a bit. Okay. And what I could do as well, don't think I will though. I was going to say I could mask off the jug and bring the white wall up to meet it, but actually the jug on that side is brighter than the wall behind. So what I could do instead of that is I could just use my non-dominant hand to draw the edge of the jug, using my non-dominant hand so that I don't get too pernickety about it. And that's an oil pastel I've used there. And yeah, like it extends beyond the paper on this side really. Okay. And I think there could be a few more. How are we for time? 11 minutes. There could be a few more little extensions of green too, over the edge of the jug kind of thing. And that really needs to be down a bit lower, that bit of background. I could always extend the green over the collaged on paper there. And how I would do that would be to either paint over it, or to even tear a triangle out, or to apply, I think the third option, to apply some green paper over. I've got some nice olive green too. This is just painted paper that I found, paper I had already painted. Where did I put the glue? There. This is clear PVA glue, and you know, I don't think it's as strong as the white glue is, but it's just thin paper I'm using, so it's sticking it down well enough. Like. Yeah, it needs that. Hi. Oh hi, is that you, Callum? And midnight. I'm just doing a video here. Oh, sorry. That's alright. They'll maybe know you from the painting last year. That's Erin's boyfriend Callum, who's modelled before. Right. I don't know if that, I don't think that is the colour actually of that rose green. And anyway, I wasn't getting it for that, was I? I was going to use it for the leaf that extends over the front of the jug there. I've got a couple of options. I think this might be quite good. That's paper that my daughter made for me last Christmas. Yeah, I'm going to use that. Get the glue. She made me some a lovely whole pack of paper. It's sort of really nice natural paper, and then I painted for collage some of it. So it's nice to have that left over from last Christmas still, imagine. Came around fairly quick. Jeez, I was nearly forgetting about the yellow flower up there. Could put that. A little bit of yellow paper on it. And I might use a touch of the orange too. But I'm not going to, am I? No, I'm not going to. I might use some of the mustardy yellow. finding little bits to breathe or to explain a little bit more clearly the character of each of these flowers. Hey. You can come in if you want to.
Tire pressure gauge.
Oh, if it's over 15 minutes.
My tire pressure gauge.
I'm just going to say goodbye for a minute.
Oh.
This is step 3. No, step 3, but it's not going on Instagram because it's 15 minutes, over 15 minutes now. Okay, so that's what happened. There'll be a step 4 in a minute. We're looking for the tire pressure gauge. Bye.